Hey everyone, and welcome to the Spirit Room again, and the spirits welcome you too. If this is the first time you are here, yeah, welcome. So today I want to discuss with you guys the magical uses and spiritual uses of thyme. Okay guys, we're not talking about thyme, hey what time is it? We are talking about thyme, the herb, okay? So I actually want to get into this with you guys because I want to discuss something a little bit more serious, and it's actually about grieving and loss and even mourning, okay? And this herb can actually help you with that. All right, so first of all, yeah, I've got some that's drying out and I've tied it up. You can do either which way. You can put it down into like a glass container or something like this and dry it out. So let's discuss first some of the other magical purposes or spiritual purposes of thyme. So first of all, this can be used for purification. So if you have a spiritual room or you just want to purify your house, you can actually burn this in your house and it will purify the area before you do any kind of spiritual work. And I don't know if you know this, but back in the days, like in the Roman days, okay, Roman soldiers used to use this, many people as well, for courage and strength. So if you guys are going bungee jumping and you're scared, take some thyme with you. I'm not going bungee jumping, I'm fine. By the way, hi, this is my channel, Energy of Everything, and you're listening to Deborah. And if it's the first time here, hit the subscribe button. A lot of stuff is coming out like this, and also the notification button so you know when it comes out. And then like the video if you like. And then, yeah, let's get into it. Very kind of serious topics this week because I want to discuss something like heavy energy, and thyme can actually help you a lot. I'm actually just thinking about it now because soldiers are using thyme back in those days. You know, they used to use thyme for courage before battle. And I'm thinking, you know, if we are going through a time of like heavy energy, like you've lost a loved one, or you have perhaps, now that's a thing to discuss. What is grieving? Because grieving is not only about losing somebody that you love. And when you are facing these kinds of times, you actually need courage. So that would make sense. It is also used for psychic abilities, by the way. So if you are like trying to work on your third eye, opening your pineal gland, all those kinds of things, you can actually bath in thyme before you actually do meditation or any kind of work that involves psychic ability. I love it also when it comes to people who are working on astral travel during sleep or lucid dreaming, because this herb can actually put under your pillow or even near your bed. You can even do this and hang this like above your headboard, and it can help keep away nightmares. So if you're going to do stuff like lucid dreaming or astral travel, it can actually help you so that if you do experience things, it's a positive thing. So I mean, one of the things I think that people don't know much about it, one of the really funny things is back in the day, people used to use this to make themselves become irresistible. So they used to like tie a piece of this, like, how do I get a nice piece? Imagine, tie this like into their hair, and the woman used to make girl, I'll be irresistible. I'm just thinking if I can tie this into my hair and go to town, people would be like, there's something stuck in your hair. I'm going to be like, I know, right? It's irresistible to you, isn't it? Can you imagine? I'm not doing that, okay? But maybe bath in it. I don't know, if you want to be irresistible. So another thing you can also do, you can use this with other herbs that are meant for prosperity and actually blend them together, and it helps with prosperity. So, okay, let's get into the serious stuff, guys. Let's get to the serious stuff. What is loss and grieving and, you know, even mourning? I mean, we obviously know you've lost a family member. You have lost even a pet. I've lost family members and pets this whole year. So this actually helped me. Now, first of all, helped you? Yes. Take away the process? No. And by the way, it's not only about losing a loved one. If you have lost a sense of who you are, so you have an idea of who you are. I'm Deborah, this is me. And then all of a sudden a part of my life gets taken away. You know, maybe it can be a health issue. I mean, if, for instance, if I get ill and I cannot do the things I used to do, you will go into a period of loss. You will go into a period of grieving. If you get divorced, you have a breakup, this entire part of who you were is no longer there. Then you are going to go through loss and grieving. Same thing, work. You were seen as Dr. So-and-so. Now you're not the doctor anymore. Maybe you retired, you're no longer Dr. So-and-so. You go through the stages of loss. Now, thyme in itself, right? This is a feminine herb, okay? And it is associated with water. So water, as you know, is a healing herb as well. So I kind of like to use thyme together with water. So you know when you're feeling that loss and you're in that place, it's really not a nice place to be in. It's the hardest thing people go through in this world. You know, experiencing loss and all these really sad things. So, you know, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like going, you kind of like grab your heart and you feel like, oh, I can't breathe, you know. You even feel, I can't breathe. I just feel like I can't breathe. So I don't know if you know, loss, grieving, mourning, all of these emotions are held not in the heart, they are held in your lungs. That is why you feel like you can't breathe, you can't catch your breath, you just get breathless, you get tight. And even the feeling of pain in your heart is the fact that your lungs don't want to send the air to your heart. It is just too painful to breathe. And this is where there is no escaping these situations. If you try to escape and cover the emotion and cover the feeling, you are heading for trouble. You will not heal, you will not be able to come out of it. It's going to affect you in 20 years from now. You don't want that. So a herb like this actually helps you in this kind of process. And what you can do, you know, I find that even today, let's talk about actual loss and grieving. You know, we've lost all sense of what happens, of ritual, of everything. And I think we really need to get it back, because when someone passes away, we go lay and sleep for days and we just feel like, oh, you know, but there are processes that we are no longer doing that we are supposed to be doing, and we do not do it anymore. One of the like small things that you can do, I actually like to use this. I told you it's a water connection. So as you can see here, this is kind of hot, guys, but I've got an oil burner. But I have put water, I hope you can see that, I'm going to leave it there. I have put water in the oil burner. Not oil, I don't like it, it can burn. It's like I like the water. And then I'm taking thyme, and what you can do in the rooms in your house, you could actually take, I prefer honestly when I do this, specifically for this, fresh thyme, because I don't know, it just appeals to me. But if you don't have fresh thyme, you can also use essential oil thyme as well. You can add it in there. That's why it's called the oil burner, okay? So you can actually, I prefer adding the fresh, I don't know, it's just life in there. And I'll add the fresh thyme in, break the leaves off like this, and ask the thyme to assist me and my family and whoever is around in the healing process, so that you can actually pass through this time, and instead of feeling all the stages and you don't move to the next one, you kind of, you know, we can end up getting stuck in one stage of maybe disbelief or guilt or anger even towards what has happened, and that is not what you want. The massive thing you need to know, emotion affects your well-being. So during this time, your immune system will just go boom, drop, and you actually need to make sure that you keep yourself healthy. Now, if I'm mentioning the lungs to you, imagine the lungs is the life force, that's your breath. Keep it healthy. Burning something like this, you put it in your house. Oh, it's so hot here. And you know, you can even come and just breathe it in, breathe it into the lungs for healing. Let it, you know, it helps. It is purifying. It gives courage. It is protecting against the negative thoughts, you know, and it is most and foremost healing. And go through that process. Don't go through it alone. Just don't go sit there and be like cut off. Talk to people. Use ritual. Maybe we'll go more into this. What do you actually do? What do we do when someone passes away? After the funeral and everybody goes and you come back to the house, what do you do? There's a lot of things, you know. This can be one of them. Actually burning thyme, you know, even dried thyme if you want to. I prefer to do it like this, in the water. I prefer to take it and pull the leaves off and ask the thyme, please promote healing in my home and peace, and give peace to the person also that has passed on, and bring that into our lives so that the healing can take place and only the good memories get left behind. Guys, I didn't know if you knew that this is one of the uses of thyme. This is a very beautiful spiritual herb. isn't it? So that is it. I hope it will help you. If you have anything you want to ask me about such a, like the subject that we're talking about, it's actually really heavy. Ask me and I will really try to advise you. So guys, just checking that I'm not burning my arm on the light here. I'm like feeling heat coming. It's like, okay, wait a minute. So there we go. Heavy subject today, but needs to get discussed. Love you guys so much. Please like video, subscribe, the bell thing, and yeah, next week discussing some more herbs. Love you guys all so much. Bye.